Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We're back again with more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We just got through with Alexia's quest, and now I believe we should be able to continue with the arena quest line. Let's see. Zeklex greets you politely. How can I be of assistance? I arranged a deal with the succubi. Ah, I'm glad to hear it. Your help in these matters is invaluable, since I cannot attend to them myself. I think you will find the reward for your assistance is quite generous. I've arranged a fight for you against a member of the Nehindrian League. Please, let me know as soon as you are ready. The tiefling carefully counts out the gold coins and hands them over to you. This should compensate your expenses. You haven't paid me enough. The deal with the succubi cost more than expected. You still owe me money. The tiefling looks at you closely, then shakes his head. I know the rates of service at the 10,000 delights. The sum I gave you was more than enough to cover the cost. It's weird to me that you don't get an intimidation check or anything to try to force him into this. It's just regular dialogue, but whatever. I am ready to enter the arena. I hope you came prepared. The members of the Nehindrian League are formidable opponents. Atselm, your next opponent, has claimed the lives of over 100 of her opponents. She has also been slain in the arena on 3 separate occasions. However, she never stays dead. It's quite mysterious, but she always comes back to life, ready to fight in the battle blitz once more. Who is my opponent? The imp scowls and covers his face with his hands. He peeks out from between his tiny fingers as if he is wearing a mask. The tiefling glances at his familiar and then nods. Atselm will be your opponent. She is a very dangerous member of the Nehindrian League, but she is a bit of a mystery. She used to work for the Assassin's Guild, and no one knows why she left. She is swift, deadly, and violent. But most importantly, she's extremely hard to kill. Stay on your guard against her. Earning your membership in the Nehindrian League will not be easy. I'm ready to enter the arena. I wish you good luck. If you die, greet death with a sweet kiss. Better still, slay all of your opponents and return alive and victorious. Now he wants a place in the Nehindrian League. This is Professor Snape, the Method Slayer. The Nehindrian League proudly presents its fighter. You all know her, you obsess over her, and you all fear her. We've enjoyed our hundreds of victories in the arena, and 3 times we've enjoyed her defeat and painful death. But every time, she has come back from the dead, an artist of suffering, Atselm thrice killed. I'll cut your eyes faster than you can blink. The winner of this fight will be granted membership in the Nehindrian League, and the other will die. Or, in the case of Atselm, not die. We will have to find out. Fighters, commence battle. Do I still have my... Boom, boom. Yeah, it looks like most of our buffs are still there. So let's go.
Be gone, fiend.
What are you using? Yeah, sure. Go. Arena, I'll be back. I always come back. This is not the end. This can't be happening. The Nehindrian League's fighter is down. The fearsome Atselm has fallen. Long live the newest member of the Nehindrian League. Irmangaleth solemnly raises his hands for silence. His eyes sweep across the arena before coming to rest on you. There's a sly look on his face, and he gives you a cheerful wink before quickly resuming a pompous and dignified expression. He turns back to the crowds, and his voice booms out over the arena. Behold, the newest member of the Nehindrian League. He is invincible, bloodthirsty, violent, and cunning. It's Professor Snape, the Method Slayer, glory and death. The crowd goes wild. Demons climb over one another, trying to get a better look at you. The roar of the spectators grows so loud, you can feel it in your bones. The audience is utterly enthralled. They look at you in wonder and worship you as if you're a god. Say nothing. None of that stuff fit the Lich. Irmangaleth lays his fat hand on your shoulder with exaggerated friendliness. This gladiator is no longer an unknown fighter, alone or without a place to belong. For his valor and courage, Professor Snape will receive a collar of the Nehedrian League. From now on, he is the precious property of the Battle Bliss. I am pleased to tell you that I have personally taken this worthy warrior under my wing. Look out, champ. Irmangaleth pats you on the shoulder again, and as he does, the world around you fades to black. Hey, that's enough fooling around. You have more methods to defeat. Irmangaleth looms over you. The arena master's massive, bloated torso wriggles wildly as he bursts into a fit of maniacal laughter. As the Cambion howls in amusement, you realize that your neck feels stiff. You reach up a hand and discover that you are now wearing a jewel-studded metal collar. The hand's voice is filled with sorrow and remorse. I've let you down, champion. That fiend has taken you captive, and I was unable to stop him. I could not perceive his motives through the veil of insanity that shrouds his damaged mind. I knew we were in the abyss, a place where you can't even trust your own shadow, but I failed to be vigilant. Well, what's done is done. Stay strong. We will find a way to free you. I expect an explanation. Irmangaleth grins. What did you expect? You were so desperate to join the Nehedrian League. Now you're a member. Did you think I'd let you walk around Alan Shinra and risk your ass out on the streets? Well, think again. I don't want anyone to slit your throat and leave you bleeding to death in some back alley. A death without any spectators? Absolutely not. No, when you die, the crowds will be screaming from the stands. That's a promise. The Cambion points to your collar with a smile. Please accept this small gift with my compliments. It will guarantee your safety. This collar will make sure you do not leave the Battle Bliss. I don't want you out looking for trouble on the streets. It will also prevent you from picking fights with other gladiators outside the scheduled fight times. It would be so wasteful if you started killing one another outside the arena. The crowd would miss out on all the action. No, there will be a time and place for fighting, but here, you can experience other kinds of entertainment. You'll enjoy all the pleasures accorded to a new star in the arena, the best food and drink, the most passionate succubi, and throngs of adoring fans. You'll love being my property. I promise. Lawful. After I won my victory in the arena, you deprived me of my freedom. You have acted dishonorably. You wanted to become a legend? I can make that happen, but legends don't just walk the streets of Alan Shinra. They can't live among the common folk, easily accessible to the adoring crowds and unwashed masses. No, you must be distant and aloof. If someone catches a glimpse of you, it should be all they talk about. You want them to brag about the encounter and tell all their friends. This will increase your reputation, and soon you will be in high demand. Yes, this is your new life. I've amputated your freedom like an unnecessary appendage so that you can achieve true greatness. Where are my companions? Irmangaleth sounds distracted. Your companions. Ah, yes, there was a group of Golarions who came looking for you, but I gave the guards strict orders to keep them away. Are they your slaves? Forget about them. You won't need them anymore. I own the best slaves in Alan Shinra, and they are all at your disposal. Take off this collar right now. You don't know who I am, do you? You've made a big mistake. The demon winks at you. You do realize that you're not my first obstinate guest, don't you? Some of the creatures who have worn my collars once aspired to become demon lords. Trust me, I am very prudent. My collars are designed to restrain all manner of creatures. Not even a Baylor could escape. It won't work. I'll find a way to get free. The arena master nods with a chuckle. Of course you will, but it won't happen the way you imagine. The crowd wants to see Gelderfang tear you apart. They simply cannot wait for that to happen. And who am I to deny them? If I ignore their desires, they will storm the arena. Yes, soon you will take your last stand in the arena. When the champion is done with you, you will be truly free. Of course, you will be dead, but your spirit will live on. No one will ever forget the ambitious newcomer who almost defeated the champion. This collar reminds me of the seal we broke back in Dresden. If I try to break it here, its powers will be unleashed, and the coward will likely kill you. I don't want to take that risk, at least not right now. Let's only consider that option as a last resort. For now, you should try to stay calm, be vigilant, and look for opportunities to escape. I'm certain you'll find a way to get free. Not everyone seems to like the way you run the arena. Oh, please, don't start spouting all that rubbish about fair fights. What does that even mean? One of the opponents is always stronger than the other. That's the whole point. After all, the fight is supposed to be entertaining. The spectators come here to watch the strong triumph over the weak. They want to enjoy the taste of victory without ever leaving their seat. The arena is a theater of violence, a deadly circus, but it is not a fighting pit. After all, fights always follow one of two narratives. Either the monster prevails over its helpless victim, or the invincible hero chops off the monster's head. The outcome of every fight is predetermined, and its narrative depends on what the spectators want to see. Some fighters are crowd favorites. The audience cheers them on with whistles and shouts of encouragement. And, of course, there are other fighters that they despise. The crowds jeer them from the stands. Why would anyone want to change all of that? It would ruin the show. The audience wants a performance, not a competition match between two professional gladiators. What's the point of a fight without any drama? You might as well flip just a coin and decide who wins. Nobody wants fair fights except for Zeklex. The audience like things the way they are, but Zeklex handles the betting tables and they haven't been very profitable. Of course, under my management, the arena makes money in other ways, but that's not enough for him. He wants to turn my magnificent theater of violence into a stupid slaughterhouse. Do you really think the Method Slayer is an amusing title? There's an insane light in the Cambion's eyes. He nearly chokes with laughter. Yes, I think it's magnificent. All of Valentura finds it funny. You must admit, I have a talent for inventing memorable nicknames. Well, let's just pretend the Lich doesn't say either one of these. Irmangaleth pays you no heed. He seems immensely pleased with himself, and his whole body shakes with laughter. I think you've gone completely insane. Irmangaleth smiles disarmingly. I surely am. I am mad as a hatter, my marbles long lost. But what did you expect? You're in the abyss. Everyone is crazy here. If you are sane and sensible, you are shunned by society. You'll be considered an outcast. I think we're done here. Get some rest and restore your strength. The healer will mend your wounds, and Zeklex will take care of your other needs. All right. Captured and separated.
I'm gone.
I always actually like it when games have these little small sequences where you're separated from your equipment and your people. Oh. Yeah, that was that quick. A massive, scaly demon greets your arrival with a roar of fury. She spins her weapon toward you with practiced ease, stopping the blade an inch from your chest. Golarion, new blood. You have not been in the league for long, but you've already been given the chance to fight against Gelderfang. I've been fighting in the arena for over a year now, but Irmangaleth protects his champion from me. Pathetic cowards, the both of them. Who are you? The demon twirls her weapon in the air. The blade comes within a hair's breadth of your face. Surely you already know. I am Ruksa, the future champion of the Battle Bliss. We Vavakia are the greatest of the races, and even among my own kind, I am considered the best and strongest. The power that roars within me was a gift from Lamashtu herself. She gave me the strength to conquer the entire universe. What can that pompous weakling Gelderfang possibly do to me? I'll take him by his neck with one hand, and I'll grab his wings with the other, then I'll tear him apart. Do you worship Lamashtu? The demon answers with a proud roar. Yes, Lamashtu created Vavakia to rule and conquer. She gives us strength, power, and superiority over all the rest. We are conquerors, Lamashtu's true firstborns. All Vavakia must worship her. We'll have to fight against each other soon. I suggest we join forces and kill Gelderfang. Why would I want to form an alliance with you, new blood? Despite her arrogance, you can tell that you have her attention. She watches you intently, clearly interested in what you have to say. Irmangaleth will rig the fight. He won't let you defeat his champion. Yes, Irmangaleth is both smart and cunning, but he's a coward. He won't let me break his favorite toy in a one-on-one fight. Fine. I won't kill you in the arena. I'll wait until Gelderfang shows up to fight you, and then I'll tear him to pieces. Perhaps I'll even let you live after I finish with him. If you grovel in the dust and beg for mercy, I might choose to spare you. I have to go. Get lost, new blood. I'll kill you in the arena soon enough. Oh. Here we go.
We do it my way.
They let me do that? No, they won't, huh? Can't pick a lot, so well. The succubus you've hired on Zeklex's instructions recognizes you at once and waves at you enthusiastically. You've really pulled out all the stops. But tell me, is your ambition to kill Gelderfang? If so, that would suggest you had an ulterior motive for hiring us. Is there something particular you had in mind? What do you need us to do? The succubus lowers her voice conspiratorially and glances briefly at her companions. You follow her gaze and realize that they are all busy distracting the champion's attention from your conversation. How is the champion? Is Gelderfang enjoying himself? The succubus gives you a wink and lowers her voice. He is absolutely enthralled. He believes our visit is a gift from an anonymous fan. If it weren't for your presence in the battle bliss, he would have been completely happy. But it seems like your arrival has made Gelderfang a bit cranky. Of course, he pretends like everything is all right, but he clearly considers you a threat. Gelderfang hasn't been afraid of anyone in a long time, so he finds you deeply unsettling. I have a job for you. The succubus exchanges a glance with her companions. Well, of course. After all, that's why you hired us. You've paid for our services and we're ready to do our job. What do you have in mind? Just give the word, and we'll make this lecherous champion miserable. Seduce him before the fight. Wear him out with your games of passion and pleasure until he is thoroughly exhausted. The succubus smiles at you, revealing her even, pearly white teeth. You're someone who knows what they want, but he is an incubus, you know. He has a lot of stamina, and no one can outlast him in bed. Well, no one except the succubus. Fine, we'll arrange a very special night for the champion, and by the time we're through with him, this Gelderfang of yours won't even be able to punch a quasit. I have to go. Take care of yourself, outsider. If you survive the fight with the champion, drop by the brothel to see us. We'll give you a night to remember. After all, Gelderfang shouldn't have all the fun. He looks much better now since the patch. Gelderfang greets you with a condescending sneer. He looks at you smugly, flexing his muscles so that you can see his chiseled abs beneath his smooth, flawless skin. His teeth have been neatly filed, and his impassive eyes hide a cold fury that could ignite into a hot, flaming rage at any moment. You get the feeling that it wouldn't take much to set him off on a rampage. Ah, you must be my next victim. So, you're the little Golarion who wants to challenge me for the title of Battle Bliss Champion. Gelderfang pretends not to recognize you. He looks you up and down and then fixes you with a bored, lazy stare. Another primitive Golarion. There's nothing special about you. How disappointing. Why do you fight in the arena? Because it's fun. Where else can I unleash my passion, my wild and sensual spirit? If I don't fight, I feel a terrible, inking pain in my bones. Without release, my power grows sour and stale like a rancid brew, and the only thing that can cleanse me from this stagnation is to find a victim and torment them until they howl. Their wail of pain and humiliation washes over me and restores my power to its full potency. Only then do I become myself again, Gelderfang the Invincible, the true ruler of the Battle Bliss. We're going to fight each other soon. You're not scared, are you? Demon chuckles contemptuously. When you're about to eat a great feast, do you feel scared? When a succubus seduces you, do you feel scared? I'm looking forward to our fight, and so should you. I plan to be very delicate with you. I'll slip my fingers into your skin and extract the tip of a nerve, and then I'll slowly pull it from your body, like a fisherman reeling in a line. I won't stop until I've removed every last nerve from your body. First, you'll howl in pain and terror, and then you'll beg me to pull your nerves out faster so that you won't feel the pain anymore. Trust me, it will be an unforgettable experience. I killed a lot of your kind back on Golarion. Oh, right, I heard about that. A real demon exterminator. Supposedly, you have amazing powers or something like that, but you don't seriously think that your enemies on Golarion could compare with a demon like me, do you? Even my rivals are more powerful than the puny foes you defeated back on your world. Sorry, but your special powers aren't enough to impress me. Show him Warlong's mask. Do you recognize this? The champion's eyes flash with anger, and his face twists into a jealous snarl. The mask of the first champion? Did you take Warlong's most treasured possession from him? By rights, it belongs to me. I am the champion. That greedy asshole refused to give it to me, even though I deserve it. Well, I guess I have to kill you and take it for my own. The demon's relaxed, laid-back demeanor vanishes instantly. He hisses furiously, baring his teeth in an angry snarl. Hey, I've never done this before. I think I must have always sold that mask before I got to him. I didn't even know this content was here. This is awesome. The demon's relaxed, laid-back demeanor vanishes instantly. He hisses furiously, baring his teeth in an angry snarl. I'm going to make you suffer, mortal. I'll make you beg for the sweet release of death. I'll start nice and slow. Oh yes, I'll take my time as I unravel your innards. I'll make a noose for you out of your own intestines, and then I'll strangle you until the life leaves your body. All right. I think that's most of what I can do on this side. I don't think you can get all. I think there is a loot container back here, though, right? No, no, nope. Maybe I'm thinking of the other side. Okay. Let's head to the other side then. Oh, I was about to ask, who is that? My skeletal marksman is still with me. My most loyal companion. Bunch of ingredients. Ooh. Atselm sits in front of you, looking very much alive despite her recent death in the arena. However, she is not alone. Two other figures sit beside her. The first is an elderly woman with a wrinkled face. Despite her age, she still retains some of the grace and vigor of youth. The second is a very young girl, who has only just passed from childhood to adolescence. Upon closer inspection, you realize that both of these figures look like Atselm. They all share the same face. Atselm looks up at you. She has high cheekbones and androgynous features that could easily belong to a man or a woman. Her ears are partially hidden beneath her hair, but you can just make out their strange shape. You realize that Atselm is not human, though from a distance she could easily be mistaken for one. She greets you cheerfully and does not seem to harbor any resentment toward you. Ah, here comes our killer. We hope you enjoy the sweet taste of victory. The old woman who looks like Atselm adds in a stern voice, but we won't forget what you've done to us. It hurt us very much. Be glad that we're not vindictive. Well, not normally. How did you survive? We are Fae of the First World, a triune being with joint thoughts and feelings. When two of us fight in the arena, the third one observes, hidden by magic. This way, one of us will stay alive, even if the others die. Then when morning comes, we will return to our triune form. Lawful. I had to follow the rules of the arena. The old woman answers you grumpily. Rules have nothing to do with it. This is not the abyss where rules are invented only to be broken. You killed us because we were your enemies, not because you wanted to follow the stupid rules. How did you create copies of yourself? The girl smiles mischievously and sticks out her tongue. It's a Fae secret. We won't tell you. Why do you refer to yourself in the plural? The elderly woman chuckles. She shrugs her shoulders and sighs. We are not one. We are not three. We are a triune entity. This is the way we are accustomed to speaking. Tell me about yourself. We are Atselm Thunder Eyes, a fae from the first world and a proud scout of the wild hunt. It was Atselm's job to track down the prey and flush them from hiding. After a good chase, there would be feasts, and Atselm always took a bottle of spiced wine to the monarch of the hunt. During one of the feasts, Atselm infuriated the monarch when she mixed up 2 bottles of wine. She brought him young wine, fragrant and smelling of spring, but he asked for aged wine that tasted of oak, a wine that would leave the bitterness of regret on the tongue and make the soul weep. Old Atselm joins in, and her voice trembles with bitterness. And the monarch said, "Don't you know the difference between young and old, Atselm? No? Well, I'll show you." And he banished Atselm from the first world. But the fae used to be a conservative, so at the last moment, the monarch relented. To help Atselm overcome her pathetic stupidity, the monarch taught her a special spell, in order to cast a spell on herself every morning. The spell made Atselm a triune being, and helped her understand the difference between vibrant youth and the gray hairs of old age. Young Atselm interrupts the older version of herself. And now Atselm has grown wise. We have become very wise, and the time is near when the monarch will summon us back to the wild hunt, and we'll be riding again with our brothers and sisters. We will drink and laugh, and no one will say, "Ha ha, Atselm is so foolish. She doesn't even know the difference between young and old," ever again. How would you like to help me kill Gelderfang in the arena? You wish to betray Irmangaleth and kill his champion? That is an ambitious plan, and for some reason you have decided to seek our help. You killed us, but that has not stopped you from paying us a visit. This is all very unusual. Yes, you've intrigued us. Now you must persuade us. Young Atselm laughs and clasps her hands together eagerly. We want to hear more about this cunning treachery. How exciting! Because it would be fun to betray Irmangaleth. The Lich identifies what will really appeal to them. The young Atselm nods her approval. She gestures towards the other 2 forms, as if to indicate that she is speaking on their behalf. The Golarion knows the meaning of fun. This sounds like a very good joke. Count us in. I have to go. Atselm's 3 incarnations watch you leave with a sly smile. All right, here we go. That's the container I was thinking of.
You dare.
All right, blocked off there. Ooh, don't want to be in a cell with this guy. Charred Bulwark. This +4 heavy shield grants its wielder immunity to cold and a +1 bonus to AC against smaller creatures. A huge, dark-skinned man sits quivering in the corner. His giant body is covered in scars. Many of his injuries look like they should have been fatal, yet somehow he is still alive. Some of his wounds are still fresh, but no one has bandaged them up or tried to heal him. The man's skin is in tatters, and blood oozes from his broken body. He is clearly in a lot of pain, and it is hard to believe that someone so badly injured could maintain consciousness. He casts a wary glance in your direction and grunts something unintelligible. You can't make out his words, but his tone is an unmistakable warning not to come any closer. Who are you? The gladiator snarls at you. He looks tense, ready to spring. He is clearly not comfortable holding a conversation. A low, feral growl rumbles in his throat. The dire one. Perception check passed. Trevor. Are you Trevor Vanek, Sosiel's brother? The gladiator goes still. He gazes at you, lips trembling. He seems to be trying to speak, but the only sound that comes from his parched throat is a dry, wheezing croak. Finally, he nods and manages to choke out hoarsely, Sosiel. Yes, he is my brother. After a pause, the gladiator touches your hand with his rough, deformed fingers, as if he is trying to greet you with a handshake, but can't quite remember what he's supposed to do. Are you his friend? My friend too, then. Can you understand me? There's a mixture of fear and anger in the man's bloodshot eyes. Perhaps he doesn't understand you, or perhaps he just doesn't want to talk. Examine the slave's sword and helmet. The gladiator moves with surprising speed. As you reach for the items, he snatches them away. His voice is a hoarse whisper. Not yours. Go away. I have to go. The slave closes his eyes and collapses onto his mat with a dull moan. Hate that. Hate that. Wow. Why would I just accept that he's in that cage? You know what? At this particular time, I'm separated. Fine. I'll give you that. But what happens next is just absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. All right, let's go. Zeklex takes a wary step back. I thought I had convinced Irmangaleth not to take you captive, but clearly I was wrong. He's a raving lunatic and constantly changes his decisions. You should direct your anger toward him. Did you know that I was walking into a trap? I didn't know for sure, but I did have my suspicions. All the members of the Hindran League are considered Irmangaleth's property, and since gladiators are valuable assets, they are not allowed to leave the arena. All of the elite fighters at the Battle Blitz wear those collars. However, I did suggest to Irmangaleth that he should make an exception in your case. I told him that he should allow you to remain free. I thought I had managed to convince him, but clearly I was wrong. Why am I being forced to wear this collar? These collars are worn by all the members of the Hindran League. You won't be able to leave the arena, and if you try to escape, the collar will immediately teleport you back to the Battle Blitz. If you try to hurt Irmangaleth or harm his property while wearing the collar, it will transfer you to a safe and quiet place where you can calm down. Of course, the collar will be removed when you enter the arena. That's the only time members of the Hindran League are allowed to fight one another. Irmangaleth doesn't want his precious property damaged outside the arena, but there are no such restrictions once his fighters are inside. As long as there are screaming crowds in the stands, the gladiators can do what they want to each other. Do you hear that, champion? They'll take off the collar when you fight. As soon as you enter the arena, you'll be free and unfettered. You could do whatever you want. A lot of gladiators believe that they're invincible. They're so confident in their own abilities, they'll challenge anyone to a fight. But our gladiators had collars. They used to strut around the streets of Alan-Shiri. Before our gladiators had collars, they used to strut around the streets of Alan-Shinra and pick fights with dangerous opponents. We lost a number of good fighters that way. Even worse, they would fight amongst themselves and kill or maim one another outside the arena without any spectators to watch. That's why I had the idea to create these collars. However, Irmangaleth stole my idea and took all the credit for it. I understand. I apologize once again. I would certainly set you free if I could. Will you help me escape? Of course I will. I have a plan that will free you from the collar and help you defeat Gelderfang. And trust me, you will need my help. While you were unconscious, Irmangaleth managed to find an Hindran crystal. Gelderfang has been obsessed with getting his hands on one, and his wish finally came true. A demon called Mutasafin took the crystal into Gelderfang's room and locked the door. For the next few hours, the sound of the champion's scream shook the arena. When Gelderfang emerged from his room, he was covered in blood, but he also looked stronger and more powerful than ever. Irmangaleth is confident that you don't stand a chance against his champion, but I disagree. I think you can win. Zeklex lowers his voice conspiratorially. I want to overthrow Irmangaleth and take over the Battle Blitz. Irmangaleth is terrible at his job, and he's standing in the way of my ambitions. There's no denying that he is a genius. No one can get the crowd excited like he can, but his management of the arena cannot be worse. The fights have turned into a bloody circus. The opponents are never evenly matched, the crowds are losing interest, and the passion of the audience is fading away. I want to change all of that. But it won't be easy to kill Irmangaleth. The current champion, Gelderfang, protects him. After his last escapade, Irmangaleth has forbidden Gelderfang from leaving his side. That means Irmangaleth is only vulnerable when the champion is fighting in the arena. So, I want to offer you a deal. I'll help you eliminate Gelderfang if you help me overthrow Irmangaleth. If you agree to my proposal, I'll make sure your companions join you in the arena when you need them. Then you can kill Gelderfang together. You can have the title and all the glory that comes with it. You'll become the champion, and I'll take over the arena. Deal? The tiefling extends his hand to you and looks at you solemnly. Did you mention Mutasafin? I killed him not long ago. I've heard more than one person claim the same thing before. It didn't stick. That weasel Mudasathan is surprisingly hard to kill. Shake the tiefling's hand. The tiefling begins to speak in a brisk, matter-of-fact tone. The imp nods his agreement with each sentence. Gelderfang is, of course, an extremely dangerous opponent, but he is not without his vulnerabilities. For example, he doesn't know that you hired the succubi to keep him company. Since you pay for their services, I think they'd be willing to accommodate some special request. If you want to weaken Gelderfang before the fight, I'm sure you could persuade them to help you. I think that's everything. Try to make use of these advantages during the fight. It will be your best chance to defeat Gelderfang. And while you fight for the title of champion, I'll eliminate Irmangaleth. He'll be vulnerable without his favorite bodyguard. Then the Battle Bliss arena will be ours. Of course, you won't have to fight Gelderfang all by yourself. Your companions were worried when Irmangaleth kidnapped you. I reached out to them and secured their cooperation. I'll make sure they join you in the arena when the time comes. Is there anything I should know about my fight with the champion? The fight will not be fair. As you already know, Irmangaleth doesn't believe in a level playing field. First, he will send in some weak fighters, just to whet the audience's appetite. Then, you'll have to face more experienced gladiators. I have no doubt that you'll defeat them, but they might prove troublesome. Try not to let them wear you down and avoid injury as much as possible. You'll need to save your strength. Next, I suspect that some members of the Hindran League will enter the arena. Irmangaleth will send in some of his most loyal fighters. The Dire One will probably be there, like a rabid dog on a leash. And I expect Atselm and Ruksa will be there as well. They don't care if the fight is fair or not. All they care about is gold. Finally, after all of that, Gelderfang himself will enter the fight. And that's when Irmangaleth will be defenseless. What if I tell Irmangaleth, nah, Lich is not doing that. I don't need him. I will not participate. The Battle Bliss will be ours. The Battle Bliss will be ours. The Lich hasn't decided what he's going to do about Zeklex. Especially since the Dire One is here. Zeklex nods, but he doesn't speak. His face is screwed up in concentration as if trying to calculate something in his head. Finally, he gives a satisfied nod. Yes, we are taking a risk, but delaying any longer will not improve our situation. In fact, it might make it worse. So we need to take action now. It's time for you to prepare for the hardest fight of your life. This is not it. Gelderfang is a true master of violence. And now with the Nahindran Crystal, he's stronger than ever. Lead me to the arena. The champion dies today. Zeklex looks at you solemnly. I've bet everything on you. We're certainly taking a risk, and I hope that we're not making a mistake. Good luck, and may whatever god you worship protect you. It's time for a glorious fight. This ambitious Golarion wants to fight the champion of the Battle Blitz himself, the deadly Gelderfang. How exciting! Who will emerge victorious? My bet is on the Golarion. No one can defeat Gelderfang, especially not a soft and squishy mortal. This isn't entertainment, it's just boring. I am sure that the Battle Bliss Arena will be able to entertain you, my dear Hepsimira. Today, the Method Slayer will fight Gelderfang himself. How about a warm-up? Look at all these methods scurrying around. I think it's time for his signature move. Let's hear it for the Method Slayer. We'll tear them to pieces. A fight with the champion? Screw that. Whoever kills a Golarion gets a double ration for dinner. Now please give a warm welcome, Lamastru's burp. Who's that? Zeklex. Ah, never mind. Give a warm welcome to the Method Slayer's friends. All right. Let's get my marksman here. Oh, the bus is still here. Let's go. What are you doing here? Let's do that. What are you doing? Yeah, that's fine. I'm good with that. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. The time has come for some serious bloodshed. Give a warm welcome to our best fighter, seasoned and merciless, and behold the gruesome skills of our contestant. Let's take down this Golarion upstart and get our gold. Let's go.
Get another obstacle.
Oh, man, come on now. You're supposed to make things happen. There you go. That's what I expect. Who will bring an end to this contestant string of victories? Behold, the fighters from the Hindran League. Give it up for Atselm and Ruksa. You struck me down once, but now get my revenge. I am Ruksa. I will rule this place. Kneel before me, you pathetic maggots. We will abide by our agreement, Professor Snape. Wow, looks like the Muffin Slayer's made some new friends in the arena. Did you expect me to fall for this stupid plan of yours? You fool! I'll kill you first and deal with Gelderfang later. Nice! So even though I failed the persuasion check because I have his mask, he came out. I'm tired of waiting around. I'll kill you where you stand, Golarion. It looks like the champion is eager to shed some blood. He doesn't want to wait any longer. Give a huge welcome to the invincible Gelderfang. All right. You went to the back.
Yes, what?
You need that. And turn on that. Turn on that. Do I have... I'm not seeing the eye. I should be on too. Excellent. And I think they use poison. Alright. And you. Come on now. Alright. That should be enough. I don't think I need turn-based mode here, but we'll see. There we go. Oh, whole bunch of people getting hit up improperly. Let's do this. Well, that's not cool. Boom. And skeletal finger. And we'll go ahead and use you. There we go. And Maxima. No, I'm looking. Really want to empower, but this is fine too. There we go. I'm not gonna let you just massacre my peoples. Zeklex has Irmangaleth by the throat. The injured Cambion is on his knees and blood seeps from his wounds. Zeklex raises his dagger in a gesture of triumph. We won. Now we just need to finish him off. I'll let you do the honors. Irmangaleth licks his lips nervously. He glances back and forth between you and Zeklex. Am I supposed to plead for my life now? Is this the moment where I try to soften the hard hearts of my cunning killers? Well, why not? Wringing his head dramatically, he falls to his knees. He begins to wail so loudly, even the spectators in the back of the stands can hear him. What are you doing? Let's make a deal. Zeklex, I gave you everything you wanted. Irmangaleth thrusts his arms towards you. And you, champion, our newest champion. I always believed you would win. I am your biggest fan. Spare me. Finish the sleaze bag off. He's tried multiple times to kill you off in the arena. Now it's time for you to pay him back. Please have mercy on me. I promise my generosity will know no bounds. I beg you to spare me. I won't arrange any unfair fights ever again. I'll give the arena to you, Zeklex. As for you, champion, I'll give you anything you want. Shamir, save me. Irmangaleth's wailing lament can be heard from the back of the stands. He gives such a movie performance, the audience burst into applause. Ooh, the trickster option, ridiculously crazy in this situation. Attack Irmangaleth. Zeklex utters a cry of triumph. Irmangaleth is dead. I, Zeklex, lay claim to the battle bliss. The arena is all mine. From now on, there will be no more dirty fights, no more sham rivals, and no more dull shows. The fights will become unpredictable, opponents will be evenly matched, and the thrill of battle will have you on the edge of your seats. If anyone has a problem with these new arrangements, they can take it up with our new champion, my champion. Tremble before him. All hail Professor Snape. Gelderfang Slayer. Alright. That is the arena quest line. Take all that. Blinding Wrath. Whenever this +5 anarchic Great Axe confirms a critical hit, it also deals its normal weapon damage to all creatures in melee range, including the wielder and their allies. Sounds like a whole lot of useless. Helm of Fearless Vanguard. Whenever the wearer of this helm receives healing, he also gains 5 temporary hit points for 1 round. Alright.
I will lend you my aid.
And let's get these people healed up. Boom, boom. And you. There we go. You're the only person you gotta worry about? Okay. There we go. And, okay, so the skeleton marksman didn't take any. You should be in front. The Battle Bliss has a new champion. The demons sing your praises. You have won their respect. Tell me, champion, do you enjoy the attention? Are you basking in your newfound glory? Lawful. I had to respect their customs. Yes, I understand that circumstances force you to take part in their bloody sport, but the honor and admiration of the crowds came at a cost. Lives were lost. I hope the glory you attain from killing others in the arena does not weaken the strength of your convictions. All right. Now, let's get Sosiel's brother, shall we? Or at least try to. I'm not sure if they made any changes to this quest since the patch. If they did, that would be awesome, but something tells me they probably didn't. Why am I hanging on the side like that? What's that about? Oh, because I keep having to change teams. Alright. It's fine. Zeklex looks very grand and important. He is clearly enjoying his new status. His shoulders look strong and broad, and he appears to have grown a few inches taller. However, he still addresses you politely, and you can hear the respect in his voice. The Battle Bliss welcomes his new champion. How can I be of assistance? My companion... actually, there's a wounded fighter called the Dire One among your gladiators. I want you to set him free. Why would I do that? The Dire One is the property of the Battle Bliss, and he generates substantial income in the arena. His remarkable talent for survival makes us a considerable profit. The spectators like to bet on the possibility of his death. He is known for his ability to survive absolutely unimaginable wounds without any healing or medical treatment. This is so trash. So it is so trash. Like it just ends there. They don't give you the option to buy him. They don't give you the option to say, if you don't let him go, I'm going to flood this whole place with undead. Being the champion gives you no flex. Like, this dude has been terrified you were going to kill him all leading up to this. Now all of a sudden he's calling shots and there's no alternative. If you press attack here, magically the arena shuts down and you can't go into the back to go get the Dire One. So like, there's just no option other to say, all right, so Sosiel will meet the Dire One in the arena. This is so trash. After, how long does it take you to get here? Maybe 60 hours? 60 hours to get to this point for you to realize, oh, there's a specific magical set of dialogues you have to use with Sosiel to actually be able to unlock Trevor. And oftentimes they have nothing to do with him making him feel better about the situation. Like, it's literally just a random mixture of the dialogues. There is no reason whatsoever why these particular set of options would then specifically lead to his brother being freed. It's complete dog shit. Complete. For a quest that is actually very, very good throughout the game. But this ending, I'm not with it. My companion Sosiel needs to meet the dire one. Forgive me, champion, but rules are rules. What are you talking about? I rule the undead. I will blow your whole place up. Anyway, you can talk to the dire one whenever you'd like, but your companion cannot. However, with your permission, I can arrange a meeting for them in the arena, and by a meeting, I mean a fight. Is this option suitable for you? Not particularly. I agree, Trevor's my brother. He would never raise a hand against me. I wouldn't be so sure that the arena has changed him, but who knows? We certainly can't rule out the possibility of a peaceful outcome, so let's make a deal as the dire one. I mean, Trevor really does recognize you and refuses to fight. I'll send someone else into the arena. The two of you can fight against your opponent together. After all, the spectators paid to see a show, and we can't disappoint them. It would be bad for business. I don't care what's bad for business. I don't care. I will shut this whole thing down if that's what it takes to free Sosiel's brother. The show. Sosiel grits his teeth. Fine, I agree. After all I've gone through to find him, what's another fight? But if we win, you'll let him go free. We'll leave the arena together. Are you trying to bankrupt me? Zeklex looks as though he is about to object, but a glance at your direction sees change his mind. He fears me. He fears me. Why does that only matter in this section here? Why doesn't it matter before all this? Like, we're not going to play these games in order for him to release his freaking brother. If you want me to pay you, then just give me an amount. Fine, unfortunately, I'm not in a position to argue. You're not. You are not in a position to argue. Let's make a wager, your life for your brother's freedom. Do we have a deal? The thief says his hand is Sosiel, who shakes it reluctantly. Sosiel is ready to enter the arena and face Trevor. Very good, please follow me. And here we go. Sosiel steps into the arena, his eyes wandering around the stands full of clamorous spectators. The faces of demons and mortals alike blur, merging into a horrendous multi-eyed monster which roars at the top of his many lungs in an endless thirst for blood. They are chanting, the dire, the dire. The dire one answers their call. A dark-skinned warrior in an enclosed helmet approaches Sosiel. His body is covered with scars, old and new, intertwining web-like layers. Even the figures of the veteran gladiators are marred and disfigured. These same hands that once produced delicate wooden designs, a source of joy for the whole village, now grip a weapon, and a weapon that is pointed at the young cleric. Trevor, brother, is that you? The helmet prevents the gladiator from hearing anything not already drowned out by the crowd. The warrior breaks into a sprint and lunges at Sosiel with his sword raised to strike. Sosiel raises his shield. The gladiator's weapon hits the shield with a sonorous clang that sounds like a lament. He raises his blade again, but suddenly freezes. After several seconds of examining the shield, his eyes slowly track up to the face of the man holding it. Sosiel? Trevor lowers his weapon slowly. His disfigured fingers unclench, letting the sword fall to the floor. The gladiator collapses to his knees next to the blade. Brother, I'm so sorry. Trevor, what have they done to you? No, that's not what matters. You're safe now. It's over. I'm come for you. Let's go home. Brother. The gladiator takes Sosiel's hands in his calloused palms, which now resemble the clawed paws of a beast, and squeezes them. Oh, snap! They updated it! Yo! I know I did not select the right dialogue options. I'm very positive about that. Whoa! I think they realized that this was not good. Oh, man. Sosiel might be going up in the party member rankings, y'all. This is extremely satisfying. Hold on. Oh, crap. I think they had a really, really stupid thing, though, where you had to go through like several rounds of fights in order to be able to free him. Let me see. Now, that's an unexpected turn of events. The dire one meets his brother in the pit, and they refuse to fight. Don't worry. We promise you a thrilling spectacle, and you'll get it. Will the reunited brothers stand strong against a common enemy, or will they die together? Okay, so this is still goofy. Well, why are we facing rounds of enemies? Okay. Trevor eyes the ring of demons closing in around them and emits a low, beast-like roar. He picks his blade up and stands between Sosiel and the enemy. Trevor, take this. Sosiel hands his shield out to Trevor. He hesitates for a moment, not sure if he's allowed to touch the shiny metal. But there's no time left to think, so he resolutely takes it. His brother puts his hands together in a prayer behind the gladiator's back, and the goddess seems to have heard this plea even in the depths of the abyss. An iridescent glow begins to emanate from the shield. Oh, nice. You don't have to do it yourself. This quest has been improved 1,000-fold. This is so much better now. This is so much better now. Oh, this has been improved 1,000-fold. Oh, holy smokes! So much better. Oh, this finally makes more sense. Wow. Okay. Big kudos to Owlcat. I feel so much better about Sosiel now. Wow, he's going up in the party member rankings. Wow. Really looking forward to that spoiler discussion. Holy smokes, this was unexpected. I was so sure this would be the same. All right. The crowd cheers and howls as the brothers stumble out of the arena. This is awesome. They are wounded and covered in blood, both demonic and their own, but joyful smiles light up their faces. They look like these two innocent boys who once played in the peaceful groves of Onderon many years ago.
Freedom at long last.
And he has a voice! Crazy!
Yeah! Beware, monsters of the abyss! The Vanic brothers are together again! Let me introduce you, Trevor. This is the commander, my trusted leader, and my close friend. I never would have found you without his help.
This is so awesome.
Commander, then. Thank you for looking after my little brother while I was gone.
I need to discuss something important with you. Not here and now, though. Not in all this noise. Let's meet at the Nexus later. Only you and me. I hope you won't mind.
Congratulations.
Thank you. This is all possible because of you.
I'm free. I can't believe I'm finally free.
Sosiel, have you forgiven Trevor?
Who am I to forgive him or not? Only Shaylin and he may judge the weight of the burdens on his heart. I have never had the right to paint myself in the colors of righteousness. We both are just fragile feathers falling from the tails of songbirds, so to speak. That the winds of war carried me here and blew him from his path. That is just an accident of circumstance.
What are you going to do now?
What say you, Trevor? Do we head home? I have the feeling that you've had more than enough of this war already.
Home. No. I have no right to hide at home, knowing that my brother is still bleeding on the battlefield.
Then we will stand together, give each other strength, make the world a better place, and both return home.
Welcome to the Crusade, Trevor.
Thank you, Commander.
Trevor raises his disfigured hand in a salute, his stilted movement indicating how long it has been since he last had cause to offer one.
Yes, brother. We will win this war and then finally go home.
Wow. That makes me super happy. Super happy. Oh, that was awesome. Oh. Wow. Feel so much better about Sosiel now. Looking forward to that first, to seeing what dialogue options Trevor has. What is all this stuff? Is that from when, shouldn't be. All right, now we can go. Yeah, this makes me feel very good. Very good. Oh, I can't wait until my next playthrough when I can have Trevor in my party. See what he's like. And I've heard so much about how supposedly his build is just absolutely ridiculous. So looking forward to testing that out as well. All right, I need to go back to the Nexus. I forgot we were supposed to go into the cave and get the crystal. Completely forgot about that. Sosiel stands motionless, looking at the panoramic view of Alan Shinra below. Tears run down the cleric's face. He whispers, "I can no longer look at this city. It is an embodiment of pure ugliness devoid of any hint of beauty. An abomination that leeches life from everything it touches. It kills, it twists, it mangles, and above all, it deforms everything in its grasp. My brother went astray, but he began a hero, but he turned into a war criminal. I was expecting to see a villain, a devil in black armor, but instead, I saw a pitiful madman whose will had been broken. This city crushed him. If even someone like Trevor can succumb to demonic corruption, what chance have I? Do you remember that day back in Dresden when I confessed my love to you? I was still a foolish boy and spoke the words of others, words stolen from romantic books. You were so cold, but you didn't reject me. Thank you for that. You showed me the way out of my imaginary world full of gilded, empty words and led me to the real one, the world where we can be together. You are the only embodiment of true beauty in this world of evil, ugliness, and nightmares. If I escape from here, it will be because of you. Please stay here with me. Let me paint you and take a break from the horrors of Alan Shinra. Is it really so hard for you to be here? Excruciating. The very existence of this place is sacrilege, a cruel mockery of everything I hold dear in the world. It's not merely devoid of love, beauty, kindness, and hope. It seems to negate the very possibility of them. How does painting help you? My sketches and paintings are a separate world, one that exists somewhere between our reality and what happens in my heart. Sometimes they become a magic mirror, revealing a hidden beauty invisible to the naked eye. But here, in a place that denies the existence of beauty, your portrait will be my refuge from the horrors of the abyss, if only for a few hours. Stop comparing yourself to Trevor. You're a completely different person. There's no reason you have to follow him on the path to damnation. He's been my role model my entire life. I've always followed in his footsteps. What miracle prevented me from experiencing the same fate? Perhaps that miracle was meeting you. You think I'm so beautiful that my beauty can save you from the horrors of the abyss? You flatter me. The cleric smiles warmly. If only you could see yourself through my eyes. Perhaps when I finish your portrait, you'll understand how I see you. You're an amazing person. Where others see armies fighting, you see the eternal struggle between beauty and ugliness. You are the only one who understands me. Behind the clash of swords, the thunder of cavalry charges, and the cries of war, it is so easy to lose those fragile, ephemeral things that truly make us human. It's good to know the commander of the Crusade remembers them. It means we may not only win the war, but also protect our souls from demonic corruption. So do you agree? Will you pose for me? Touch Sosiel's face. Paint me. But know that I want more than this. I want you. The cleric brushes his lips against your hand and shyly looks up at you. Here, in this terrible place, I see that you need something more than painting can give you. Let me give you this. Sosiel looks into your eyes with love. All right, let's do it here. Let this be our rebellion against the evil of the abyss. But will you let me paint you first? Sosiel looks at you as he makes the first brushstroke. The movement is delicate and feather-light, as if he were caressing your face instead of capturing its image. He continues working, stroke after stroke, and the glances he exchanges with you grow increasingly passionate. He soon puts the brush aside, leaving the study unfinished. So I wonder if this changes the romance at all. Because I've played through it before, but I don't... Did I go through that scene? Yeah, I'm sure his ending slide has got to be different. Oh, This is so awesome. So awesome. But that is enough for one day. Hope all of you enjoyed the video today. If you did, please leave me a like down below, share this content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.